Check, check. One, mudda frickin' two. Welcome back to the Awkward Tension podcast. My name is James. And yes, we're in a new location once again. Or is it the same location but a different flavor of man? Because today, we're going to talk about the Odyssey. Have I seen it yet? No, but I have heard a lot of conflicting information. Because on one hand, yes, of course, everyone is excited because it's a historical movie, it's Christopher Nolan. But on the other hand, apparently it did not do as well as people thought. So we're going to talk about that. I'm also in a bombastically beautiful location. I'm going to insert this video into the podcast right now. Of course, there's a sunset going on as usual. And yes, I feel like I'm kind of on, for lack of a better word, bang bus right now. But it's completely appropriate. We're here being completely appropriate and kind of having fun. So, if anyone comes up to the car and sees a tripod and a camera pointing to the back of the car, please don't be concerned. Of course, I respect your concern. But hey, don't worry about it, okay? Because it's just a boy filming a podcast. Yes, everyone films podcasts. But I can't lie, I do feel a bit of shame when I say, like, oh, I need to go and film a podcast. Like today, I set an alarm on my phone to film a podcast because I don't want to forget. And yes, it does make you seem like an asshole. It really does. It makes you seem like a classic little boy. Not little boy, but boy. Just like a classic boy. And obviously, I don't want to seem like that. But also, hey, don't knock it till you try it, right? I'm a boy, yes, I'm a boy. And listen, it's okay to be a boy. It's okay to be a girl. It's okay to be, hey, I'll even say it, in between. So, it's been terribly hot for the past 2 weeks in Minneapolis. Last time I recorded a podcast was last week, last Wednesday, and it was literally 90 degrees, and so the AC was on. But today, hey, don't have to waste gas anymore. Kind of just sitting in a quiet car, enjoying myself, talking to myself. So pretty much nothing has changed. This is an average Wednesday for me. So yes. Also, I do want to say that I'm considering becoming a Facebook Marketplace influencer. Kind of want to carve out a niche, figure out, who am I? What am I? What can I offer the world? And that's kind of what I think might be fun to offer, because Facebook Marketplace, I mean, come on, it's an untapped market, literally, okay? And the thing is, you can find cars, you can find hoverboards, you can find cameras, you can find mopeds, you can find people to cook for you, you can find people to do other things for you, maybe nefarious things, maybe things that I don't really feel comfortable talking about, like, for example, potentially a sexual act, right? Or something along those lines. Now listen, am I looking for that on Facebook Marketplace? No. No, I'm not. Obviously not. Nobody's looking for that. And obviously, YouTube, please acknowledge that I'm joking, or I'm going to acknowledge to you guys right now, yes, I'm joking. But listen. Facebook Marketplace has everything. So recently, I just recently downloaded Facebook Marketplace. I didn't have it before. Well, I guess it's just Facebook. And then you go, because I didn't have the Facebook app, it just felt like I was too young for it, honestly. But now that I am, yes, approaching 23 years old, it feels more appropriate for me to have it. It feels more socially acceptable. And I'm just going to run with that, right? I'm going to embrace it. It's like when I got MySpace a couple years ago. Before, I just kind of didn't really feel comfortable having it because, of course, I was young. But as you get older, you kind of just realize, yes, MySpace is important. Yes, The dot-com boom was a massive thing for me. Was I alive during that time? Kind of. I mean, I couldn't talk yet, but spiritually I was there. Spiritually I was totally there. But yeah, no, Facebook Marketplace. Actually, I should check recently because I'm trying to sell a camera. So if anyone's interested in buying the camera that I'm literally recording this on, please shoot me a DM. Um, and yeah, but a lot of people are kind of just throwing out random numbers. Like I'm selling this camera for around like $1,500, so 1,500. Okay, and some people are like, "I'll give you $20 for it." Boy, get the hell out of here, boy! And they're not even offering like a favor as well. It's just $20. Listen, if you come to me, you say, "Hey, James, I need a camera. I really, really need this camera, and all I have is $20." Come on, bruh. I'll give it to you if you offer me something else. You could bake me a cake. You could play Minecraft with me. You know, something where it's kind of an equal exchange of goods and services. Be happy to take anyone up on that. So please feel free to reach out to Awkward Tension on Instagram, and we can totally get you guys going. Not me acting like anybody watches this though. But hey, this is an experiment in my level of commitment to hey, being on social media. And I want it. I want it. I want to have my own platform because then I can do any creative things I want. Like if I control the if I control things, I can, I can make any creative thing I want. I don't have to report up to another producer or the director or somebody else who's like funding the operation because I'm funding it. So that's the dream, that's the goal. And that's what I really want because yeah, I don't want to work with Christopher Nolan because he seems like an absolute ass, to be quite honest. He seems okay. Well, let me not say that. And I regret saying that already. And listen, he's not an ass, okay? And yes, I'm saying that just in case I have the opportunity to work with him and this podcast gets leaked. He's not an ass. He just seems very particular in the way he wants things done. And listen, I'm the same way. So it's not going to work when you have two people that are very particular in the way that things need to be done, okay? Because that's obviously just not going to work. And yes, I have a problem with authority. Whoa, there's a massive bird jumping around on these trees over here. I gotta tell you, one time I was kayaking in Wisconsin. I was fishing, which was really fun, by the way. I should really do that more. And actually, yeah, I should really do that. I wonder if I can do that. Text mom.
What do you want to say?
When we go to Wisconsin, are we going to have access to kayaks for fishing? Question mark.
Okay, sending.
Sweet. Thanks for standing by with me for that. But as I was saying, I was fishing, kayaking, whatever you want to say. Had my rod, had my reel, rod and reel. I was just really rodding and reeling. And I cast in, I hook a fish, okay? Largemouth bass. Probably don't know what that is. Basically, there's two types of fish: largemouth, smallmouth. Basically, all the other ones are kind of moot point, really. We have muskie, trout, sour trout, or just trout, golden trout, rainbow trout, all different types of trout. That's basically all you have. But yeah, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. Obviously, I would prefer to catch a largemouth bass because larger, better, everything is bigger in America. And so basically, I cast my rod, cast my reel, and I hook a large. I'm like fish on, like Jeremy Wade. And something happens. I start to hear a fluttering noise, kind of I gotta say, dinosauric-esque, right? So it sounded like kind of, hey, let me just say an avian dinosaur, okay? Sounded like an avian dinosaur. And as you know, wait, I'm noticing that the lighting is getting a little poor, so I might. Ooh, that is way too bright. Let me do this. Ooh, how's that? Not the best. Not the best. How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? What was that meme? Catch me outside. Is that it? Is that how it went? Perfect. So anyway, yes, I heard an avian dinosaur behind me. I look over, and guess what avian dinosaurs are classified as in today's world? Birds. So a bird is technically an avian dinosaur. Just something to throw out at the next function if you're trying to impress people. So yes, I'm fishing. I hear the avian dinosaur coming behind me, and I look up, and it's a freaking bald eagle. Okay, and this is like the most massive bald eagle. So let me set the scene, because don't even get it twisted. Like, this is like probably the most patriotic moment of my entire life. I'm in Wisconsin, land of cheese. I'm in a boat, aquatic. I'm fishing. Also, Americans invented fishing. I'm also I am playing country music. Okay, so that's all you need to know about that. Patriotic AF. And yeah, so this bald eagle swoops down. I see it. I turn my head. I have a fish on, by the way. Fish on, fish on. Oh, this is not good. There are some youths coming up to the car right now. And damn, wait, what am I gonna do about this? Oh my god. Whew. Do you see them behind me? So yes, basically what happened was am I about to, what are they doing? They're stressing me out. Why are they walking all like these are like footloose bullies right now. I feel like I'm gonna get jumped for dancing. Um I don't know. Anyway, that totally just threw me off. And I totally just started to get a hot flash too, because like, yeah, hey, okay, honestly, it is a little embarrassing to record a podcast in a car alone, sitting in the back seat with a camera pointed at you. Like, it's very Bang Bros-esque. But seems like they're walking away, so that's good. But yes, I am having a hot flash now. I don't know. Anyways, basically, God, that totally just threw me off. But basically, yes, I caught a fish, saw a bald eagle catch a fish, because what happened was the bald eagle swoops down, grabs a fish out of the water, and then flies away. So this all happens in like the span of 5 seconds. And mind you, the lake is completely still right now. It is crisp and quiet there. So obviously, I was having a moment with myself, appropriate moment, and yeah, it was really cool. It was amazing, honestly. It made me feel human and American all at once. Kind of just sat with it for a bit, you know, and then I kayaked home and had some hot dogs, and that is truly the most American experience you can really have. Yeah. So also saw BTS at the yes, I did see BTS at the FIFA World Cup final. Unfortunately, I was not there to support with Army, but I was there in spirit, of course. And yeah, I was impressed that they're so tall and really lean, really just thin lads, okay? And yeah, I mean, yes, I was jealous a little bit, but also just kind of happy for them. Of course, I'm part of the Army, lieutenant, actually. Well, actually, I've been promoted. It's captain, um, Captain Crunch. uh, my favorite cereal, of course. And a very, very famous Psych quote. If you guys haven't watched the TV show Psych, I would seriously suggest watching it. I think there's a barrier to entry because the show only gets good like in season 2. But, you know, that's why I think the show like hasn't blown up, cuz it is like notoriously one of those shows that like everyone that knows it is like so surprised that it's not like super famous. So it's one of those shows that like if you know type she, and that's that. So it is unfortunate because that like these actors, I'm telling you, they're like, this is the funniest, like the iconic show. It really is. But I guess it's for a specific type of people. Why did I just say it like that? Type of people. I don't know. It's just yeah, but yeah. Hey, watch it. Give it a try. Start at episode 2. It's basically about a psychic guy who pretends to be, well, he's not psychic, but he pretends to be psychic, and he solves crimes for the local police station. He's just very hyper observant, and I remember like watching this show as a kid and just thinking like, damn, like I really I want to be a freaking detective. So I really was focusing on being as astute as I could at all times. Like I always wanted to be the most observant person. And so now I feel like I do have some, I don't know, I don't want to say psychic abilities, but psychic-esque abilities that kind of allow me to lock in and survey the area. And I think, yeah, I'm more observant than most. And I don't want you guys to come at me and say, oh, I'm being too cocky or something, because, hey, the truth hurts sometimes. But yeah, Psych was a great show, and honestly, I could quote it literally all day. I can watch that show and literally quote every single word of every person. Like I know the entire show by heart. Um, which honestly, not that impressive in this day and age. I feel like everyone and their mother knows how to quote at least one show. I can also quote The Office. I didn't really have a childhood. I kind of just stayed in my room and watched TV. Because I was too nervous to go outside, okay? But now I'm an adult, okay, first of all, and also, hey, I'm unapologetic for my presence, okay? Why should I apologize, huh? I'm here. Get used to it, okay? There's a second phrase in there, but I'm not going to say it, right? Because it's usually I'm here, get used to it, okay? But that's not me. I support that, but that's not me. Um, so yeah, but you know what really is a red flag for me? Like, whenever I hear couples, because there's always like, for example, okay, so there's this one. Basically, let me set the scene here. I can always tell when a couple is going to break up by the way that they talk about each other. Okay. For example, I was in class. There's this dude who I immediately labeled as the girlfriend dude because all he would talk about was his girlfriend. And like it was in a way that was like so like forced and unnecessary. And I was like, brother, you got to lock in and find a hobby, I think, because basically I mean, this would even happen like when the teacher, like when he was speaking in front of the entire class, like he would like say, oh, me and my girlfriend, listen, am I jealous that I'm alone and don't have a girlfriend? I mean, probably a little bit, but also I don't really care, you know. And I really believe that, hey, if you're going to talk extremely highly of your girlfriend at all times, you're going to break up. Same with your wife. That's what I believe, okay? And I'll tell you why. You can't always talk about your girlfriend. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not nice for people to hear. Like, people care to an extent, right? To an extent, okay? I care to an extent, okay? Obviously I love love and I support love, okay? Obviously, yes. Sue me, okay? But when things start to cross over the line of Do you have anything else to talk about, buddy? Do you have literally one other thing to talk about? That's when I start to get a little annoyed and I start to see the cracks, okay? Because, listen, life is not just about your girlfriend. You need to lock in. You need to, even if, for example, even if I was totally obsessed with my, I don't know, woman, I guess is how I would say it, even if I was totally in love, right? It's not normal to talk about your girlfriend all the time. It actually starts to push over into an overcompensation, okay? Into maybe your girlfriend is jealous and she's making you talk about her. Into maybe you are jealous and the only thing that you can ever think about is your girlfriend, which in turn obviously makes you an incredibly insufferable person, first of all. And it probably means that you have a codependent relationship, okay? And what does codependency mean? Sorry about that. You're going to lose her because codependency never, ever works. Is that something I can live by myself? No. So, no, it's not. But yes, that's what I believe. And also like I was fully aware, like I remember I kind of did turn into the girlfriend guy for like a couple weeks at one point when I had a girlfriend. And you know, it's not it's not good because it's boring for everyone else and it just shows that you're low key insecure and that you have nothing else to talk about. So, yeah, hey, to all the boyfriend guys out there, lock in. Lock in. Now I'm realizing you can really only see my face. I'm just like a face floating in space. A face in space. Dr. Dre's next freaking album. So yeah, I don't know, but seriously, please hit me up about that camera. I'd love to sell it, because I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade. What should I upgrade to? Sony FX3. Sony FX3. Everyone look it up. Say it with me now. Sony FX3. If you've made it this far, comment 12 in the chat, you guys. My favorite streamer, by the way, is KDB. Do you know KDB? Comment if you know KDB. She is a Twitch streamer, hilarious, also a woman. Okay. So that's good. I love that for her, and I love her lesbian relationship as well. I think she's a lesbian, and if not, good thing nobody's watching right now to receive that misinformation. But I guess I don't know. I would really say that Katie, she's funny, but also she's like such a streamer. Like she says chat a lot. She says all the classic streamer things. And God, I love birthday streamers. I might set up some birthday streamers in my room just for fun, just to pretend like I have friends that threw a birthday party for me. Okay, I'm gonna do that when I get home. But we don't have streamers, so I'm gonna have to use those pieces of fly tape like that catch flies. But that'll work just fine, I think, because I can stick it to the ceiling and it'll also catch some flies. So two bird, one fly, or no, two birds with one stone is the more appropriate thing. I thought I was about to get jumped or something. Not jumped, but I thought I was going to be harassed by that group of teens. Um, one of them was wearing a wife beater, or a wife. Sorry, not wife, but wife pleaser. Um, so yeah, hey, I'm really glad that I didn't have to deal with that and roll down the window because that would have been hard for me, honestly. I can't believe it's getting so dark so quickly. This is really this is unfortunate. I think. Oh, also, I'm having this rash right now, really itchy rash on my knee. Just saying. If anyone knows how to fix that, please comment 12 in the chat. But yeah, I don't know. I saw BTS. Felt really happy about it. They were incredibly tall and handsome. But honestly, I know that they're so fake. Like, I know they're fake. So it's like, yeah, you can feel bad about like that you're not them to an extent, but at the end of the day, they're fake. So let's not even. They're just dudes at the end of the day, and dudes. Hey, boys will be boys, right? uh, yeah, boys will be boys. Yeah. Um, yeah, I saw that I Show Speed said hi to them. He seemed excited about that. Honestly, I would too. What would I do if I met BTS? I'm gonna act it out for you. Let's imagine that the camera is BTS in front of me. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can turn on these lights. So that's demure. So let's imagine that BTS was right in front of me at the camera. Here's what I would do. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Oh, hey, BTS. Whoa. Hey, how you doing? And then I'm not going to do the Korean voice, but obviously they would say something like, oh, hello. Well, yeah, I'm not going to do the voice. So, oh, hello, James. How are you? And then I'll do something like, oh, I'm good. Sorry, what was your name again? So that is a little trick that I like to do to kind of sow seeds of doubt into famous people, because fame is a tricky thing and you want to humble people early. Okay, you want to make sure you humble famous people as soon as possible, and there's two things that can happen. It's kind of a risk, so if you're not a gambler, skip the video. The first thing that could happen is you are wildly respected by them. They find it enduring that you're not treating them like a celebrity, and you begin a lifelong friendship with them. The second option, and obviously the less desirable one, is that their ego is hurt by you not recognizing them or knowing them, and they actually feel offended. They think, maybe I'm not talented enough, maybe I'm not rich enough, maybe I'm not famous enough for this person to know me, and they internalize. They feel angry because of that. Actually, surprisingly, Seth Rogen, the weed smoking frickin' dope who's made TV or movies such as, I don't know. Why am I being rude? I don't know. He's nice, I think. I think that he's great, honestly. So I don't know why I did that. I think it's because he smokes marijuana, and I have some stigma about that because of my own personal experiences. Okay. So anyway, what I want to say is I watched the video that he made, and he was in an interview and he was talking about like the psychology of famous people and why they get offended when people don't recognize them. And I was like, wow, like I have been wishing for a video like this my entire life. Like I think I've always had kind of an obsession with am I being watched right now? I totally am. Uh I've always had an obsession with people that are famous, okay? Because yes, I want to be famous, and I don't think that that's necessarily, I don't think it's the most direct line to happiness. I think it actually is almost always, I think if you were to compare the life of a full-time hiking guide and the life of a famous person, something where like a hiking guide or somebody who has a very relaxed life, they don't live in a big city and they don't have like a big schedule and they get to be outside a lot, I think that person is 10 times out of 10 happier than any famous person that you could ever meet at any point in time, because fame is like unnatural as hell. It's Nobody is ready for fame, because the only thing that you're really ready for as a human is normal human activities from biology and evolution. Okay, so anything beyond that, it ends up being a total nightmare to deal with. And yeah, being famous I think would be really, really hard. But also, life is too short, and I've always wanted to, and it's not just because I want to be famous, it's because I want to have the money and power to do good in the world and not have to like ask others and stuff like that. Like I want to be the source of creativity and opportunity for people, and I want like there's a clip of somebody like coming up to Logan Paul and like asking for a job, and he is like a total ass to them, okay, for asking for a job. That would never be me. Obviously I might not have a job to give, but I would be like, oh hey, can I introduce you, like I would network them, I would, you know, help them out. I would totally, this is my absolute promise right now, before I become famous, I will 1000% when I'm famous donate a lot to charity and support communities and have a positive impact on the world and not fly on a private jet. Um, if, only if, and that's the stipulation, because yes, I do want to fly on a private jet. If I will only, okay, let me just say this again. I will not fly on a private jet if, oh my God. Okay. So that was another person who approached the car, and I think that they saw that I was podcasting, if you will, and they left. So, yeah, basically what I want to say is that I will only fly on a private jet if the flight is over 2 hours. If not, I will just, hey, fly first class. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, everyone. This has been an incredibly public podcast. A lot of people coming in and out, but hey, good for me to learn, good for me to adjust and embrace the fact that hey, I'm gonna be famous one day, and I hope that you guys stick along with me, and I hope that you give me a chance. Thank you for watching this mess of a podcast, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.